So hang out with entrepreneurs, hang out with people who inspire you, follow, subscribe to people who are in that entrepreneur mentality, because if you're watching this channel, you obviously like that type of stuff, but there's such a worldview difference. It's as stark as like being religious or being, let's say, atheist or agnostic. Like, those are two very different ways of living and looking at the world, I guess. I mean, I don't want to get into that detail, that example, but I'm just bringing it up. People who are entrepreneur and business growth and goal oriented minded, who they don't give a fuck what other people think. Like, you have to stop giving a shit about literally what anyone thinks, even your spouse, even your closest people, because no one's gonna have your best interests. I'm a believer in God, so God and you. And sometimes it's gonna be hard. Like, giving up shit is hard. Let's say giving up a job that you're comfortable in, giving up a place you're comfortable in, but you also have to think, like, is the next step or the next move, the next movement isn't necessary. Like, okay, you could be comfortable, let's say, just sitting down and shit, but think about how in a matter of time you're gonna get very uncomfortable and you're gonna be like, fuck, I gotta like use my muscles and move. Like, why do people in jail build muscle? Because like you can't just fucking sit, dude. So anyway, here's what I'm getting at. On LinkedIn and websites like this, you'll see so many people who are just going through the typical, like, they're just doing these like very banal, boring, looks good on paper but actually means nothing type, like, jobs and activities and shit. It's like, dude, why are you going? People who go for titles and for things that look good maybe on paper, like, I was never like that, but I encourage you to be aware of that, because I don't think that shit gets you anywhere. Like, actually get shit done and be authentic and be a content producer and shit like that. It's like, let's say you're into film and you're going after this internship for this company that doesn't care about you, or you're trying to like be a part of some event or organization. It's like, people need to give up on that type of shit. Like, okay, if being an employee is necessary for your goal and it aligns, like, by all means do it. But like, in today's day and age, you don't need to be an employee, to a degree. I mean, mind you, I'm an employee still because I need to make money and shit, but I don't make much, and it's not my main thing is making books, because, like, dude, we live in the information age and I can make books easily, and there's so many interesting topics and shit. There's so much life advice, so much research. Like, why wouldn't I be a book creator or a content creator? Like, that's the type of advice I give to teachers, right? Because if you genuinely, like, being a teacher could go, and it overlaps, but it could go two ways. Like, you're either there because you want to build community and have a good social time learning together, which is fine. And then the other component is like being a content creator as a teacher. Like, that's literally what you are. You're creating information, you're presenting it in useful information, and you're presenting it in ways that's appealing and that is helpful and shit. So, like, any author is a content creator teacher. So whether it's like Jared Diamond writing Guns, Germs, and Steel, or fucking Geoffrey Chaucer writing the Canterbury Tales, or some fucking movie script like Mean Girls, whatever you're creating as a writer, it's so doable. Anyone can do it if you have that goal, like, you have that purpose in mind. But what I'm saying here is, like, yeah, in today's world, like, being an entrepreneur is so doable. You can have your own brand, you have your own social network, social media accounts, and just keep making content, because you're either gonna discover your niche if you don't know it already. So just keep making content and you will produce what you need to make. I think that's a beautiful thing about social media. Like, look how many people are absolutely crushing it content creation wise, and they're not working for fucking, like, if you put this, let's say 30 years ago, you like have to get a job for an employer, because there's like, who the fuck's gonna find your shit? But nowadays, like, you really don't need, for many different types of content production, you just need to be good at what you do. You need to be consistent, you need to be habitual. So people think, like, and I used to think this, like, fuck, I made 10 videos, 20 videos, like, no one's really watching. It's like, number one, people are watching, they're just not liking and commenting for a number of reasons. But the other thing is, dude, you got to make like 1,000 videos before you actually build any sort of like following, and before you make anything strike on anything that's viral worthy. So like, I'm talking about 1,000 videos, bro, and anyone can do this. Like, let's say you're in med school, you can be literally a content maker. Like, I went to law school and I made a law school simplified book, because I had all these outlines that were really edited and well written and all this shit for all these different subjects. I passed the bar exam on my first try, and I made a fucking book, dude, because it was doable. And so, like, if you're in med school, you should make a book, because you're learning all this shit. You should be simplifying it in easy language so that a fucking high school nerd can read Med School Simplified, and they're gonna be super elated because you made that book for them. Or let's say you are a professional at something, like literally teach people how to get into that business. Make it into a YouTube course, or make it into a book, or your social media, and just promote a lot of shit for free, give a lot of shit for free, and then, you know, charge for like your actual book. Or like, you always want to keep the bulk of it kind of protected. People vary on this. I give a lot of free shit. Like, if you look at my website, there's a ton of free manuscripts. It's shit. The stuff that's free is stuff I didn't spend that much time on. Like, my books, each one of those books, bro, some of them I spent like hundreds of days on. Hundreds. Some of them I spent probably like 40, 50 days on. So I'm not going to give that shit for free, but you will see that the previews show 30% of the book. So you'll get a very good idea if this is like something you want to own. But what I'm saying here is, like, give a good amount of shit for free, because you need to. Use social media to promote whatever the fuck you're saying. And I don't want to make this video too long, but anyone, like, no matter, let's say you work in a specific office, or you do a specific type of labor. Like, I just think that being a content maker is for anyone nowadays. Maybe you're good at humor. Maybe you're good at like socializing with people. Like, look at those Facebook reels where people are like, that one dude is just going to people and he's just like holding their hand for a second, and then he's like, hey, what's up? And then he's like, can I get your number, if he likes them? But it's just like, whatever your skill set is, maybe you're good at sports, maybe you're good at you like cars a lot or some shit. I feel like, or video games, whatever it is, you can make some good content that either displays or demonstrates like the coolness of what you do, and or teach. So that, like, bro, look at my YouTube video. I show people how to make books very easily. Like, that used to be something I didn't think I could do. I used to write and make manuscripts, but I had no idea how to make it into a professional looking book. And it's so simple. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to keep that knowledge, I'm going to share it. So what I'm getting at is, like, They don't teach us in school to be entrepreneurs. Why? Because you would never need them, right? I mean, it's the brutal truth. I really don't know the future. No one does, and I think school is great, and I think it's wonderful in many ways, but here's the deal. I remember being 17 years old, 18 years old, starting senior year of high school and not being happy at all, bro. Like, I was ready to make content, learn on my own, explore on my own. Like, the group mentality thing is like, it works, and I'm not dissing it, but people really do benefit from, and I think more high schools should have like independent learning and shit like that. But be an entrepreneur, like, it's something anyone can do. It's just a mindset, and there's nothing unethical about it. Making money, making your own brand, making your own territory, making your own following, these things take a lot of time, and you have to post a lot and shit. But don't care about what other people think, bro. That's what's holding back 99% of people, is that they care about what the closest people around them think. And the truth is, no one, like, who has your best interest? It's God and you. So, yeah. What else could I talk about today? Like, if you really like cars, bro, just literally work some job, buy a car, a used car, at one of those auctions. They have many of these auctions, like they're state or county. I think they're state level auctions where they literally sell government cars, like police cars and shit, that are still very viable. Trucks. You can also go on bidding, like auction bidding websites, and literally get like, you know, a car that's like $3,000 or whatnot, but that is still viable, but at that price, bro, because they're being auctioned. So here's the deal: buy one of those, fix it up real nice, and then sell it on Facebook. Do one good sale. From beginning to end there's a lot of work. You have to find the right car, the right condition. Don't get something with like transmission issues. Get something with superficial issues like hail or some shit, like scratches or whatnot. Maybe even like slight collision on a bumper or whatever. But get this fucking shit, fix it up really nice. And I mean, you can just keep it for yourself, but if you're trying to start this business, all you'd have to do is just fix it up real nice and sell it on Facebook Marketplace for a profit that's reasonable. You helped someone out, you did good in the world, and you're like, you need to do like it takes time, but you just achieved a good, wholesome sale. You didn't rip anyone off. It wasn't quick and easy. It took time, probably several months, but you just sold a used car for profit, and now you have your practice set in stone, more or less. Not set in stone, but you have your practice, and you're ready to start doing this consistently. Like, making one book for me was really hard in the beginning. It took a lot of work and shit. Actually, I made like 3 initially. So I was like, fuck yeah, I have 3 books. Then I made 5. Then I made 8. Then I made 12. Then I made 16. Then 21, because new ideas kept popping, and it's just, once you have the fundamentals down, you can just keep making new ones and shit. Maybe you're really good at, again, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're good at, but like, you could also incorporate content. So I kind of want to finish with this point. Like, let's say you're a truck driver, right? You might think that's like a dead-end job with a salary cap and shit, which it isn't, because you could be an independent boss and just like charge your own rates and shit. But here's the deal with this. It's like, okay, you're a truck driver, but don't you realize you're going to all these cool places? you're filming all this cool shit. You can really like, you can make content in a number of ways being a truck driver because you're on the road going and shit. It doesn't matter what career it is, no matter how boring it may seem, you can make it three-dimensional with social media, and that could be your form of business as a content producer. So again, I'll finish with this. Like, you kind of in life have to try everything or a lot of things, and you're never going to know what's actually in your destiny, in your cards and shit, by sitting back and thinking about it. You have to produce. Produce. Make it good as you can. And eventually you're gonna see the trend. You're gonna be like, oh shit, this is what I'm good at. So, and that shit can transform too. Always be open to the Scorpio wisdom of death and transformation for better. Because just because you do one type of thing now doesn't mean you can't evolve that. Who knows what I'll be doing 10 years from now? Like, I have no idea, but you have to be open to transitioning, transformation, and evolution, I would say, because what you do is kind of like contextual, and you can take those skill sets that you have, whether it's like creative thinking, critical thinking, audience awareness, or you have a following. You can take those skills and just keep going in a new format, new medium. So, or let's say you're a bum, like you don't have anything going on, you're bored as shit. Literally learn a new language, go to a new country, and film your experience. You're gonna get so many views doing that type of shit. Think about that. Like, learn fucking whatever language it is, go to another country and film the experience. Get a job. Even if it fails and you eat shit, I mean, obviously go into it with savings so you're not like fucking robbing grocery stores and shit, but like, that experience is so cool. And like, you have to kind of think of your life, you kind of are an actor in many ways. So many different scripts, and trust me, most things you do, most relationships, they don't go anywhere. But that's the purpose of life. You're just supposed to do these things. I've been to numerous countries. I've taken numerous courses in numerous disciplines. I've had romantic relationships, not too many, but a couple. And I've had many friends. I've had many business ventures. Like, most of the time it's just that experience, but try to make something, film, take pictures, make content, and make it worthwhile. Don't just sleepwalk through life. So I think I'll leave this video at that. I hope it motivates you to stay connected with entrepreneurs, because they're looking for growth, they're looking for trailblazing, for innovation. I just think it's a good mentality to have, and don't be like everyone else, because you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to stand out. No one's going to look for you because you're not unique. Like, be unique. It's good. You don't need to do what everyone has done everything, if you think about it. All right. There isn't a career or a job or a goal that other people haven't done. So don't waste your life doing what other people have done. Don't waste your life doing boring shit. Figure out what you really like, what you want to get done. Go for it, do it. Like, think about so many successful people. Like, if Dr. Seuss, for example, the Theodore Dreiser, the cartoonist, book writer, if he fucking was just fucking doing marketing for Pepsi or some shit, which, mind you, if that's your calling, go for it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if he just did something boring and that wasn't creative, like, think about how much wasted potential that would have been. Or Walt Disney, for example. That crack go worth $1 million, but yeah, I hope this video helps, and have a great day and shit. Be outside, get fresh air, Keep learning. There's nothing you can't learn nowadays online. Literally nothing. There's books by all these different professionals. Read people's books. Read my books. Listen to the people who have what you aspire for. Like, I don't know, there's so many resources. And I'm not against college, I'm not against high school. I'm just saying, like, dude, you can't you can't expect like a degree to make you successful, bro. You're just going through someone else's business. So here's the thing, I do want to end with this note. It's like, you'll see these articles online. It's like 10 top places to put your money in 2025. It's like, yeah, you could invest in some like high yielding savings accounts. That's always good. You could invest in an IRA that's medium or low risk. That's always good. You can buy into an ETF or get gold or silver or whatever. But I think, and I wrote this as a comment, bro, all these other businesses are just other people's businesses. If you have wealth and shit, reinvest it back into your shit, dog. That's the theory I want to get across. It's like, save your shit and then also reinvest in your brand, in your business, whether that's your personal assets, whether it's real estate, whether it's your actual business. Like, to be a content producer, you have to do a bunch of shit. Like, nothing's free in life. So just save your money and reinvest in your business, bro. Because if you're buying into other people's investments, other people's businesses, other people's assets, like, I mean, it's, again, I'm not downplaying it. I think it's fine to a degree, but just remember, I think the priority should be invest in your branding. Like, as a content producer, book writer, like, what that means for me, buy books that are inspiring for me. Buy free copies that I can hand out. Buy gas so that I could go to like places and post up and promote my works. Buy experiences or pay for expenses for experiences like travel and shit, so that I can go through that and learn, because I learn a ton by traveling. So these are just a couple like examples, but reinvest in your own life experiences instead of like being lazy and just, oh, let me just open up another account and put more money into someone else's business, because that's ultimately kind of what it is. All right, peace, dog. Have a great day. Next video. See you tomorrow.